Hi everyone, this is Kaz, London PawPaws, based here in North London, UK. So this is my pawpaw patch here, and we have 5 trees in this patch. One of them is not doing at all well, but the other 4 are. So today we'll look at the KSU Atwood cultivar, which is here on the right hand side. It's not as high as the others. The others are going to like 9 feet, 10 feet. So this is a cultivar from the Kentucky State University. It was one of the first ones they released. It has yellow flesh, which is mild in flavor, and it's a heavy producer actually. I've not seen any fruit, primarily because in the first 5 odd years I hadn't looked after trees very well, and this particular tree, for one reason or another, it fared worse than the others. But now it's recovered and it's doing well. Last year it put on a lot of growth, so it was about a couple of feet high last year, and then put on about 2 feet of growth. This year I pruned it back a bit just to give some shade, some shape to it, and you can see the amount of growth is put on this year. So the prune cut was here and is put on about 3 feet of growth. Oh no, sorry, maybe 2 feet. Okay, but also it has other outlying branches. There's about 8 or 9 side branches that have also grown at the same time. Now I've held them back this year. I've pinched off the growing tips here and here, just to make sure that the leader branch then has a chance to grow strongly and vigorously straight up. And to help with that, I've also pinned it back with a stake here to make sure that it grows straighter than it might do without that. So that's working. You can see that it's got a nice straight habit now, and as the wood hardens over the winter and early next year, that'll retain its shape. Okay, so when will I get fruit on this? Last year and this year it flowered. It had 2 or 3 flowers on it, but they didn't set. And looking forward to next year, we can see that there are some flower buds, and there's one there. See any more prominent ones? Yes. There's a couple here. There's one there, and then there's another one up here. So those are flower buds. You can see that they're going to be flowering next. Sorry, that's not a flower bud. So in terms of fruiting, it hasn't set fruit yet. It has flowered for the last 2 or 3 years, maybe 2 or 3 flowers every year. After all, it is small tree, but I can see some flower buds set for next year. So hopefully I might have some fruit next year. So let's have a look at a bud. So yeah, that's the bud there, a flowering bud. So that's going to flower there. Let's see if there's any more. So in terms of fruiting, it hasn't set fruit at all yet. It has flowered in the last couple of years. Not too many flowers, but I'm hopeful for next year. Let's take a closer look to see if there's any flower buds for next year. Yeah, we have one here, and then there's another one there, and there's another smaller bud here as well. So I'm hopeful that next year we'll see a few more flowers. And I believe, yeah, that's a flower bud here. There, perfect focus in. That's on the main stem, so that's interesting. You get to see fruit on the main growing stem as the tree grows. Hopefully we'll get some fruit on this next year. Very much looking forward to it. Okay, thank you.